In 3, 2, 1. Immunity antigen antibodies.
Good day, everyone! We are pleased to welcome you to this presentation where we will delve into a topic of immunity, antigen, and antibodies.
In the following discussion, we will explore the key functions, purpose that aim the idea of how we encounter the foreign invaders. Without further ado, let's dive into details and unveil the crucial aspects.
Overview. Developed throughout life as exposed to specific pathogens. Next, it is a complex network of organs, cells, and proteins. The ability to detect and fight off infections, acquire actively and passively, and naturally or artificially, to make antibodies recognize the antigens, and lastly, to bind the unwanted substances and to eliminate them.
So, immunity. Immunity refers to the body's ability to defend itself against harmful microorganisms. Purpose is to aim the health into our bodies.
It produces white blood cells, antibodies, and more. They are like a soldier of immunity to maintain the body and represent to protect from harmful invaders that recognize them when they attack to destroy the body.
So, let us give you some examples. We have the immunity system is like a military force that protects us from the invaders who wants to destroy us or conquer and take our country.
Let's take a note that immunity recognize or remember the invaders, so the bacteria, when they attack against, they even respond faster.
Next is the components of immune system. We have the white blood cells. They are the defense system. They also maintain the response of infections and active defenders.
Lymphatic, they are carrying away and filtering, transportation for WBC, and respond to threats. It also provides infrastructure of their movement.
Antibodies, it is like a weapon, such as a gun. For example, then the vaccine that target a specific invaders, such as bacteria and viruses.
So the types of immunity: innate immunity, first the body lines defense against pathogens. The example is the skin is an act as physical barrier to prevent pathogen from entering the body. It's like creating a protective shield.
Second is adaptive immunity defense. Production of antibodies. If your body encounter a bacteria or pathogen for the first time, so the cells of immune system, like the B cells, it produces antibodies that created a fit, recognize, and stop it from causing a harmful to your body. We have the two types of adaptive immunity: natural immunity and artificial immunity. Natural immunity, the barrier is the skin that act to prevent the harmful bacteria. Natural defense, to keep our health and protected from infections without the need of immune response.
The artificial immunity, it is like, for example, of they can make a vaccine even you are not exposed to actual virus. The immunity remember and recognize them. So, the moment you will encounter the virus, your immune system is ready and know how to defend.
So the types of natural immunity, we have the active immunity and passive immunity. When you say active immunity, example of this is a type of among all relatives, you are the only one who have this kind of disease or can be like an allergy and many more.
While the passive immunity, this type is, the immunity is when your relative have this kind of disease, like for example, the breast cancer or the tumor. This disease may pass through your genes, so it might be pass you.
So it also same as artificial immunity types. So next,
Antigen or immunogen, the one provokes the immunity system. When the immune system detects the antigen or the harmful, then it provides the defense by producing antibodies.
they are like red flag that alert the immune system. So antigen composed of various forms. We have the protein, made up of chains of amino acids, vulnerable for the structures and functions of cells and tissues in our bodies, found in the surface of viruses or bacteria.
while the polysaccharide or complex carbohydrates, long chains of sugar molecules, its roles is energy storage, cell structure, and cellular recognition. In some bacteria have polysaccharide covered that serve as antigen, means it trigger the immune response.
So also, we have the glycoprotein. The protein attach one or more carbohydrate chains. It is a various biological processes, include the cells, communications, and immune recognitions. Example, their surface act as antigen, bacteria are harmful.
So the nucleoprotein, the protein with nucleic acid such as the DNA or RNA. So the role is processing the gene expression and regulation. Example, the viruses that have nucleoproteins recognize the immune system that act like antigen.
So they recognize the immune system that something doesn't belong to the body, that they trigger the immune response to protect against the harm. So immune response recognize them and then eliminate this harmful while preserving the body, cells, and tissues. It also involves the innate immunity and adaptive immunity.
So properties of antigens, the foreign antigen and the self-antigen. So the foreign antigen is they are like the intruders that enter the body from the outside world, then the immune system recognize them as a threat. So like the virus thing is the bacteria, viruses, fungi, dust, and so on.
So immune system job, they recognize what belong to the body, who are not. So detected, the immune system goes into actions. So in this, it activates the immune system and produces the antibodies, which mean the protein is kind a little soldier into the body that recognize and attack those who are foreign invaders, such as bacteria or viruses. They maintain the body overall health.
Foreign antigen or they are like a red flag. It's like they will say to immune system that there's something here that doesn't belong. Obviously, the immune system responded by defense to keep the body safe from any infection or the threat.
So types of foreign antigens, we have the hapten. Hapten is of small molecules. They don't trigger immune system on their own, but they become immunogen or antigen when they bind into a large molecules in the body to set off immune reactions. It's like they need a sidekick or partner that may notice the immune system.
Alloantigen or present some individuals, same species but absent in others. There are like some people that has a unique ID and some other doesn't. These are example like the unique ID tags are from different genetic. It may cause the immune system to react, especially in terms of situation as organ transplant. The immune system might see as something unfamiliar to the body, so immune system doesn't recognize the new organ, so it can lead to a defensive reaction. So the example is the dialysis. It could take 1 to 3 days before the immune system will adapt the new blood.
So super antigen or super powered agents can activate a lot of immune cells all at once, even when they are not supposed to. Could be an example is the alarm clock that set causes big reactions in your body. So it means the reactions of super antigen can be harmful and can be lead to a serious health problem or conditions. Example is a toxic shock syndrome, or also we have heart attack, something like that.
So the allergens or the trigger allergic reaction, this harmless that the immune system mistakenly sees them as a dangerous. So the symptoms like the sneezing, itching, and the swelling.
Autoantigen or double agent, because they are parts of the body own cells, the immune system mistakenly attack healthy cells or the tissues in our body. That results of an autoimmune disease.
So the autoimmune disease is the rheumatoid arthritis. These symptoms is like the joint parts causes pain, stiffness or swelling.
So lupus, various part of body, skins, joints, kidneys, hearts, lungs, blood vessels, and brain. Symptoms: joint pain, and skin rashes, fever, feeling tired, and organ dysfunctions.
Then MS or the multiple sclerosis symptom is the weakness, the numbness, the vision problems, and the feeling tired.
So immune system's attacks and protective um, covering of the nerve fibers in brain and spinal cord, such as diabetes.
So the self-antigen, it is immune system that act like the security forces to protect us from harmful. So to do their job, it needs to recognize what belongs to our body itself and what doesn't, and that is foreign.
So its functions identify and give signal to the immune system to react if they are foreign, and not to react if they are familiar. So just like the autoimmune disease, it is a condition in which the body's immune system attacks its own self and tissues, mistaking them as threats even though they are actually part of the own cells, tissues, even they are part of the body. Instead of providing protections against foreign invaders or microbes, the immune system becomes hostile towards the body's own organisms. In the process, various parts of the body, such as joints, organs, or tissues, can be targeted by the immune system. This can be result in various symptoms depending on the affected area. So it can lead to chronic inflammation and damage to affected part of the body. Example is autoimmune disease include the rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, and a type of diabetes, and multiple sclerosis. These conditions can have a wide-ranging impact on the person's health and require long-term care and management.
So the types of antigens, which is the exogenous antigens, means outside the body. So the viruses, bacteria, or the foreign antigen our own body can recognize as a threat or harmful. Example, the COVID-19 virus. As we experience the moment the viruses injected us, there are some reaction and mostly of us got sick. So it's because of the immune system actively recognize and responds to fight the invaders, which is the exogenous antigen to protect our body from infections, diseases.
So endogenous antigen are produced by the body own cell. So give a signal to immune system to help recognize the immune between healthy cells and harmful invaders. It is also self-tolerance, just like the others. Sometimes an organized and mistaken by immune system can lead to attack and cause of autoimmune reactions and tissues.
So the autoantigens or the double agents, just like what I said earlier, the immune system mistakenly attacks healthy cells or tissues in body, result of autoimmune systems such as the lupus, the rheumatoid arthritis, and etc.
So tumor antigens produced by the cancerous cells recognized as abnormal and foreign. Immunity detects tumors antigens wanted to fight against cancer cells. So doctors and researchers hope to develop treatment as immunotherapy to recognized by the immune system to target the cancer cells.
Lymphocytes or the types of the white blood cells. These types is the soldier of our bodies that defense system patrolling around to identify and attack harmful invaders like the bacteria and the viruses.
Two main types, we have the B cells and T cells. So B cells produce antibodies. Examples, the virus enters the bodies. D cells can produce antibodies or go into an action so they can hatch or bind the virus, making it for the destructions by the other immune cells.
So the T cells or the helper cells, it is like the soldier of the immune system. They help fight infections and can recognize to kill the abnormal or infected cells in body. So there's types of T cells. which is the helper cell. They release signal molecules or the cytokines that activate other immune cells.
Both adaptive and innate immunity. So cytotoxic T cells or killer cells kill infected or cancerous cells by releasing toxic molecules such as perforin and granzymes.
So, eliminating pathogen and controlling cancer. So, regulating T cells naman, its help prevents immune system from attacking the body's own tissues and to maintain the immune balance.
So overall, it's defending against pathogens, regulating immune responses, and maintaining immune balance. Antibodies, immunoglobulins, specialized proteins to produce by immune systems to fight foreign invaders like bacteria and viruses. They binding the target antigen, marking them for destructions and help to enhance their immune response.
So there's a 5 types of antibodies. The first is the IgG or the immunoglobulin G. So once the body has encountered a particular pathogens and produce IgG antibodies against it. Why? That's because it can remember how to fight off that pathogens more effectively in the future. Basically, it helps to maintain a defense to defend them as against infections.
So IgA or immunoglobulin A, so protect the body from bacterial growth and colonization. It's mainly found in mucosal areas, which mean it's sites for immune defense that they serves as barrier against pathogens trying to enter the bodies such as respiratory and gastrointestinal tracts. Therefore, they help to protect against infection.
So the IgM or the immunoglobulin M also found in blood stream. So the body early response to infections, usually the first antibody made when the body faces a new germs. So large and bind or stick to multiple antigens, helping to remove them from the bloodstream and activate the other parts of immune system to fight off the infections.
So IgD or immunoglobulin D, this antibody found in the surface of B cells. Though it still not entirely clear because it's still unknown. It seems like IgD is to help B cells activate and starting to get ready to fight against infections or harmful antigen.
So last is the IgE or the immunoglobulin E. It is trigger the allergic reactions and help fight the parasites. May cause the sneezing, itching, and swelling. When the immune system overact to harmless, but it may also help to protect it against parasites.
Thanks for watching! Hanashing Bustillo, Juraisa PSML, BS5 2A. Don't forget to like and comment. Click subscribe.